Good morning. I'd like to start out by asking you a question. If you were to die today, how would you be remembered? How would you be remembered by those in your life? I think what we fail to realize is that our life on this earth is not promised. This is not our eternal home like it is in heaven. So again, how would you be remembered by those around you? How would you be remembered by your mother, your brother, your mentor, or even a stranger? And how would they say that you reflect Christ and that you uphold your Christian reputation and lead others to him? You see, as Christians, we can do this exact thing by exceeding in our love, living a quiet life, and behaving properly towards outsiders. I'll get into the depth of that more later, but Paul stresses these exact three things in his letter to the church of Thessalonica. In 1 Thessalonians chapter 1, verses 4 through 9, it reads, "Now as to the love of the brethren, you have no need for anyone to write to you, for you yourselves are taught by God to love one another. For indeed you do practice it towards all the brethren who are in all Macedonia. But we urge you, brethren, to excel still more. Make it your ambition to lead a quiet life and attend to your own business and work with your hands just as we have commanded you, so that you will behave properly towards outsiders and not be in any need." We see here Paul is recognizing this love that this congregation has for the world around them, and not just for themselves, but for others. He is telling them to, he is encouraging them to, in verse 10, excel still more in their love. This reminds me of a quote I heard recently by a famous poet, Maya Angelou. And it reads, "Love recognizes no barriers. It jumps hurdles, leaps fences, penetrates walls to arrive at its destination full of hope." Now, just like these Thessalonians, we should be encouraged and have a desire to not just show love in our lives, but to excel in it, to exceed in it, to take that next step, go that extra mile. This is an idea not just seen here in 1 Thessalonians, but throughout the Bible, throughout the New Testament, and throughout the letters to the churches. It is written in Hebrews 13, verse 1, that we let the brotherly love continue. Let it continue. Let it grow. What we fail to realize is we can spend the entirety of our lives loving like Jesus. And by doing so, we will lead others to him and uphold that Christian reputation. Another way that we can do this is by living a quiet life. In verse 11, Paul states, "Make it your ambition to lead a quiet life." What does this mean to live a quiet life? It means to not be boastful in your faith, to not be quick to say that I am right and you are wrong, but instead show humility, to show Christ's own humility, to reflect his own humility. Again, reflect the humility of Christ. And by doing so, we are not only affecting those around us, but those of the whole world. Now, you're probably wondering, how do I apply this to my life? How do I show all these things in my life today? How do I show it in my congregation? How do I show it in my Bible class? All these aspects, how do I show it? Well, to exceed in love and live a quiet life, it is stated in verse 12, "so that you will behave properly towards outsiders and not be in any need." This is the main point. This is what Paul is stressing to these Thessalonians. He is saying, uphold your reputation, lead by example in everything that you do and every day. I play sports. I know how it is. I've been in the locker rooms and all these different scenarios, but are you going to be the person that laughs to the inappropriate jokes, that goes along with the crowd, with the group? Or are you going to be the person who stands up, who upholds their reputation and leads by example, just as the Thessalonians did? So again, I'll ask you, If you were to die today, how would you be remembered? By strangers and those close to you. How would you be remembered? Would you be remembered as someone who had a passion for God's word and upheld their reputation? Or would you be remembered as someone who didn't and didn't uphold their reputation? Now that we understand how to do these and what these mean, I have 3 things to say. Let us exceed in our love. Let us live a quiet life. And let us behave properly towards outsiders so that we may ultimately lead others to Christ and uphold our Christian reputation. Thank you.